Welcome to another 3-point edit tutorial, and today's a little bit different. We're learning how to copy slides. If you've got 1 or 2 slides to copy, then you can always download an app to your phone and hold the slide in front of it and then hold it up to a bright light like this laptop and hope that it's in focus. Typically it isn't. And then you would open it up in your app, but the app will then crop away half of that because you don't want the surrounds around the slide, and it'll throw away half the resolution, making your modern 12 megapixel phone into a crappy 6 megapixel Nokia phone from the early 2000s. Anyway, that's for 1 slide or 2 slides, but what if you have 600 to 1,000 slides? What do you do then? Well, that requires a different approach. So you want something like this 18 megapixel Sony camera on a tripod with a 135mm lens and 26mm worth of extension tubes. That turns the lens into a macro lens for close focusing. Then you attach a magic arm on a cold shoe mount with a clamp at the end to hold the slides. This keeps your slide at a fixed distance so that they stay in focus all the time. But how do you mount the slide onto the magic arm so there's no glare from the light source and they're easy to change? Well, let's go to the shed to find out. And here we are in the shed, where dreams come true. Although these days it's really just a place for my cat to sleep. Anyway, you take 1 slide, they're all pretty much the same, and you trace around it on a piece of paper. Then rule around the inside to make a window. Then get a knife, but be careful, and cut out the window. Get a piece of black card or plastic and transfer the window shape to the center. Down each corner at the bottom, extend the side cuts to make a little fold down shelf. 10mm should be enough. This will hold the slide. Pop your mat shape into the clamp, then turn on your laptop for even illumination. This is just blankwebsite.com, which is just a white screen, and crank up the brightness for a real good tan. Download the remote control app for your camera, like Sony's Imaging Edge app. Connect to the camera using the Wi-Fi on your camera settings. We go to Menu and Control with Smartphone under the network settings. Click OK, and it says Connection. So we'll click on Connection, and we get this QR code. Back on the phone, we go Camera Connection Registration and press Register Other Models, and then scan QR code, and hopefully it sees the QR code, and it does, and it says connect to this camera, and click OK, and then it starts searching for the device. So it's talking, it's saying hello, are you there? And then we say connect. It connects to the device, and then the device will clear its QR code and pop up with the slide picture, and back on the phone we go OK, and there is our slide photo. And we can use the focus and zoom rings on the camera. Let's go over to the camera and have a look. We can use the focus and zoom to actually get the sharpest picture you can. And when we take a photo, now we have an 18 megapixel photo from the camera onto the phone to use in our Google Photos app. After you shoot a few hundred images, open Google Photos on an Android phone. Sorry iPhone users, this feature just isn't implemented for you yet. Now modify the slide using crop. Let's choose this one. Go to edit mode, and we go down to crop, and we go to freeform crop. And you should sense the edges of the slide. And crop. Use the image control. Once you're done, press done, and then you can use the adjust features to do things like brightness. We'll try highlights. Crank up some value into the highlights, maybe shadows, stretch those shadows, and black point, crush them back down a little bit in the very bottom of the image, maybe a little bit more brightness, and a little less contrast. Done. I'll press save, and it will prompt me to save these images, or a copy if you want, and then allow it to modify the photo. Done. There you go, there's the updated version of the image. Much quicker. Well, I hope this was helpful. Good luck with your 1,000 slide photos. I know mine will take a couple of days.